I became homeless again. Again, where was my community? I went to the public library right here in Prince William County, and I took a manual typewriter and I proceeded to type on the typewriter a resume that was in my mind, but I never did. I wasn't going to be a statistic. And so I got a job, and I worked, and I worked, and I worked. And I remember 2 years into my job, after being transferred to Winchester, Virginia, and realizing that time was for me to be honest. And I went to my boss and I said, you know the resume I handed you? I lied. And I remember him looking at me and saying, why? And I said, because you were one of those people that would have judged me. And I remember him looking at me and said, you know what? Get back to work. You work too hard for me to even think that this conversation's happening. And so at that point in my life, I started to continue on, and I climbed the corporate ladder. But again, I refused to tell people my story. And when people who got close to me that used to live in my same city and would talk about what I had gone through, I exited them out of my life. See, at this particular moment, I'm living in the city and I'm hobnobbing with senators and doctors and lawyers. And the mayor of DC was my friend. And I went to dinner with him. And if he knew that I was a homeless teenager, would he talk to me? Would you have spoke to me? And so what happened about 9 years ago, when it was time for us to have kids, I remember Reese saying to me, on a Saturday morning as we were drinking coffee, probably from a crazy cocktail party the night before, do you realize what a disservice you've done to all these kids? And at that particular moment, as the tears rolled down my face, I realized that I had become all of the community that I didn't want to be. That I had given up on so many children. How dare I? How dare I think that it was about me? How dare us all think that it's about us? See, I can tell you one thing. I tell this to my children all the time, that community was built for only one reason. It was built for you and I to take care of each other. It was not built for you to live in a home and your colors match. Your bushes all the same. No. We built community for you and I to share. If you need a piece of bread and I have it, I should share that piece of bread. We have forgotten that along the way. So I proceeded to start at that point to start to say and tell people my story. I proceeded to start bringing back people in my life who had traveled that journey with me as a young boy. I also proceeded to forgive you all. Because first I had to forgive myself. And I had to forgive the community because guess what? You did not know. See, I truly do believe that if you do not know something, you cannot require change. Every single person that is sitting in this room is a leader. We all are leaders. You have one opportunity to get into a game and play. Today is the day. You will be given many options in your life. And as I say, life is about choices. Life is about knowing what you should be doing for your community and what you should not. Life is also about you making change. See, I say it all the time. You be the change that you want. You lead by example. There are 3 things that you must understand. Is number 1, you must always use your listening ears. Every one of us has a story. Number 2, you have to make sure you say your kind words. Look at your history books. Listen to my story. Never have we ever changed anything with hateful words. But probably one of the most important things that you could walk away from here tonight is to know that it is up to you to lead by example. It is up to you to know that as leaders we must get in the game and we must play.